The room fell silent the moment Gavin Newsom leaned back in his chair, adjusted his tie, and with a smirk declared, "I'll be president in 2028, mark my words." It wasn't a suggestion. It wasn't even a dream. It was a boast, uttered with the kind of self-assuredness that made even his own aides shift uneasily in their seats. The cameras caught every second of it, and the clip began to circulate within minutes. Some applauded his confidence. Others shook their heads at what they saw as arrogance. But nobody could predict what would happen next when Senator John Kennedy decided to weigh in. Kennedy wasn't in the room that day. He wasn't looking for a fight. But when he heard the soundbite, he knew immediately that this wasn't just about political ambition. It was about accountability. He had seen leaders boast before, but Kennedy also knew the weight of words and how quickly pride could blind a man to the struggles of everyday Americans. The showdown began during a nationally televised policy forum weeks later. Newsom, slick as ever, painted pictures of grandeur, a nation remade in his image, policies sharpened with California's progressive brush, promises of innovation and prosperity. To the untrained ear, it was intoxicating. But to those who had watched California struggle with homelessness, soaring crime rates, and businesses fleeing the state, it felt like a bitter pill coated in sugar. John Kennedy sat quietly at first, jotting notes on a yellow legal pad, his glasses hanging low on his nose. The moderators finally turned to him. "Senator Kennedy, what's your response to Governor Newsom's vision for America in 2028? Kennedy looked up, his Louisiana drawl slow and steady, almost kind, but his words landed like a hammer. "Governor Newsom reminds me of a rooster who takes credit for the sunrise. He's mighty proud of himself, but if you ask the folks back home, they're wondering why the barn's falling apart." The audience erupted with laughter, but Kennedy wasn't joking. He leaned forward, his tone sharpening. "You say you'll be president, Governor. That's real nice. But before you go measuring the drapes in the Oval Office, maybe explain to America why so many Californians are packing their bags, why the cost of living is driving families out, and why the streets of San Francisco look more like scenes from a tragedy than a city of promise." Newsom tried to brush it off, flashing his trademark grin. "Senator, with all due respect, California leads the nation in innovation, diversity, and economic output. People look to us for the future." Kennedy didn't flinch. "The future? Governor, the future you're promising looks like a rerun of the past that folks are already trying to escape. If that's your idea of leadership, I'd suggest less boasting and a little more listening." The exchange went viral overnight. Clips of Kennedy's sharp rebuttals spread across social media, earning millions of views. But behind the viral soundbites was something.